Summer pots are a great way to experiment with colour, and this year I'm going to go a bit clashy and see how I get on using some really vibrant colour mixes together that are all of the same weight to see what the effect is that I get. So I've chosen some plants that are a little bit exciting colour-wise, and I wouldn't usually do this. I'm putting bright orange, bright pink, quite a strong blue, and then a plummy salvia together, and then I'm going to back it with this big canna to sort of calm it down a little bit, if you like. So I've also got a heliotrope, because I love heliotrope, and this dark purpley colour will grow at the front and really zing it up and give some really good fragrance. So let's see how we get on. So I've filled the pot with some peat-free compost here. This is just a basic peat-free compost, so I'm just going to add a little bit more of that into here just to bring those levels up a little bit. Don't over firm the compost. Just a little bit of a firm will help, but don't overdo it, because you want that structure to remain open, particularly with peat-free composts, and you'll find them difficult to compact anyway. And then to start with, I'm going to position this canna right at the back of the pot. So I've already knocked it out of the pot, dig down a little bit in the compost and position this canna at the back here, and I'm trying to get it so that the top of the root ball of the canna is almost level, perhaps just slightly below the level of the finished pot. Pack that compost in around the roots, and then I'm ready to put in the salvia. So the salvia is quite a tall plant as well. This one's called Love and Wishes, Salvia Love and Wishes, and it has really lovely dark plummy coloured flowers. There's a whole range of these salvias, and they have a really good long flowering season. So that's going to go in there to give us some colour against that foliage at the back here. Again, pack in with the compost around there, and then I'm going to position my heliotrope right in the middle at the front. So what I'm doing is I'm working from back to front, and this container is just going to have one face, if you like, that we can view it from. So I'm going to put the heliotrope right at the front. Don't overbury these smaller bedding plants, because you'll find that they will rot off at the base if you're not careful, particularly heliotrope. And then against the heliotrope I'm going to put the orange begonia here. So this is a single flowered trailing begonia. I'm a bit in favour of the single flowered ones rather than the heavy double ones, because I think they do a lot more for the bees. So I'm just going to position that slightly back from the front of the pot, and I'm putting these plants in quite tight because it's quite late in the season. If it was at the beginning of the spring and I had a greenhouse to grow them on, then I might leave them a bit further apart so they've got plenty of room to grow. And then next to that I'm going to put this striking pink trailing pelargonium here on this side, and I'm going to bring that towards the front because that's going to trail over the edge. And then on this side at the back I'm going to put the purplish petunia right the way back here. So that way I get the blue of the petunia coming through the pink and the orange, and then I'm just going to repeat that on the other side. So there you go, a bit more filling in around the plants to go, but I've got the basic plants in position. I will probably deadhead these flowers just so that the plants can really establish, and in a week or so they'll have more flower buds anyway coming on, and I think that's going to be a really exciting pot later on this summer.